An accelerator key is a key on your keyboard that you can press to access a menu or function rather than use the mouse. Accelerator keys are also known as hotkeys or access keys. Accelerator keys can be used throughout the Counteract graphical interface and can be particularly useful on the sales screens, because once you know the keystrokes, you can enter a sale without touching the mouse. This makes it possible to enter a sale on the graphical interface extremely quickly, as quickly as a sale can be entered on the old character interface screens. I'll first talk through the basic accelerator keys on the graphical sales screens and point out any other tips for entering data more efficiently. Then I'll add a collected retail sale using only keystrokes to show just how quickly a sale can be completed in graphical. So looking first at entering the salesman ID and password at the very beginning of a sale. Any text which is highlighted in blue like this can be typed over without first clicking in the box and deleting it. So I'll just overtype my salesman ID, then press either the Tab or Return keys to move me straight to the password entry box. I'll type in my password. Any button which is outlined in blue will be actioned when Return is pressed. So if I press Return now, then that's the same as clicking on OK. This next screen may look slightly different on your system depending on your control file settings, but the principles I'll talk through are the same. So like the last screen, the button surrounded in blue will be actioned when you press Return. You can press the left and right arrow keys to move the focus to different buttons, which is what I'm doing right now. Alternatively, anywhere you see a letter in a button's text underlined, then pressing the Alt key, which is to the left of your spacebar, and that letter will jump you straight to that button. So I'm going to hold down Alt and press T and jump straight to the Trade Cash button, and that button will be actioned immediately without having to press Return. On my system, I'm able to choose the type of sale here. The left and right arrow keys let me move back and forth between the choices, and then pressing Return actions the OK button. So I'm now through to the main sales screens. First of all, if I need to change my choice of sale type, then the Alt key and letters will let me select something else. Pressing the Tab button allows you to step through the fields on the screen. That's what I'm doing here. So it's very quick to move to a field that you may want to complete. Once you get to the end of the fields on the screen, tabbing again will jump you to the next screen. You can move immediately to the next screen without tabbing through the current screen by holding the Control key at the bottom left of your keyboard and pressing Tab. That's what I'm doing here to jump straight to the Items screen. Once in the Items screen, the product search box pops up automatically with the cursor in the search field so that you can immediately type into this box. In the graphical interface, there is no need to select the type of search you'd like to do. You can just type words that are in the product description, or type a product code, or a quick code, or a product alias, or even a barcode, and the graphical interface search will just work. Once you have typed the words or codes you want to search on, then just press Return to action the search. However, before I press the Return key, I'll just point out that if you should want to add text to the ticket, or create a new special, for example, or any of the other options available at this stage in a sale, then hold down the Alt key and press the appropriate letter underlined in the text. I'll now press the Return key to action the search on the words I've entered. To select a product from the returned list, just press the Return key. You can see it selected as the two stars appear at the front of the row. You can use the up and down arrows on your keyboard to move up and down the list. To deselect a product, just return to it and press the Return key again. I'll just select a few products, then I'll press the Tab key to move the focus to the OK button. Once I've pressed the Tab key, the OK button is highlighted in blue. So when I now press return, those products are added to the ticket. So now that those products have been added to the ticket, the Update Product window for the first product has been opened and the cursor is sitting in the quantity field. So if I'm happy with the selling price, I can just type the quantity, press return, and I'll move immediately to the next product. So I'll add a quantity for this product and press return. So you see I can move very quickly through the product list. But what if I need to enter a special selling price? Well, from here, holding down the Shift button and pressing Tab will move me backwards through the boxes and buttons on a screen. And the Tab button will move me back down. Alternatively, I can use the Alt button and an appropriate letter to jump straight to a button or field. So if I hold down Alt and press E now, I'll jump straight to the selling price field. Once I've entered the new selling price, Alt and Q or Tab to get back to the quantity box. Once the quantity is entered, press return. This final product on my ticket has no stock recorded for it on Counteract. However, if you need to override the stock and force the sale, use the up and down arrows on the keyboard to find your way to the item in the list that you need, and then press return. Once all items are added, the Escape key at the very top left of your keyboard will remove the product search box. From here, you could use the Control and Tab keys if you need to return back to the different screens. But once the sale is completed, then Alt and S will save and close and get you to the Finishing Touches screen. On this screen, just tab to the payment method, enter the quantity, and then the OK button will be highlighted in blue, so pressing return will complete the sale. So just to summarize, Tab will move you through the fields on the screen, Shift Tab will move you backwards, and Control Tab will move you to the next screen. Alt and the letter will immediately action that function, and if there is a blue line around any button, that button is actioned when you press return. To get rid of the product search box, the Escape key will do that immediately, and any text on the screen highlighted in blue, you can just type and it will be overtyped immediately. So to finish, I'll work through a collected retail sale as quickly as I can using only keystrokes. So there we go. You can enter a sale just as fast on Graphical as you can on Character. Many thanks for your interest in this short video. If you'd like any further information, then please contact the Border Support team.